students, welcome to the class on active methylene compounds. Today we have to check the synthetic applications of ethyl acetoacetate or acetoacetic ester. Many of the synthetic applications, that is, we know that the ethyl acetoacetate is an active methylene compound with a very reactive methylene group or methylene hydrogen. So this compound or the compounds like ethyl acetoacetate or malonic ester, etc., all methylene active methylene compounds have many synthetic applications. That is, they can use as a starting compound for the synthesis of large number of organic compounds. So in many of the synthetic applications or synthesis of compounds, other organic compounds from this ethyl acetoacetate or any other active methylene compounds includes or involves the reaction with these reagents. That is, first you can react with the sodium ethoxide or the base or weak base like pyridine. Sodium ethoxide is strong base and pyridine is a weak base. Many of the or most of the reactions or synthetic applications of the ethyl acetoacetic ester involves the first reactions with the base, strong base like sodium ethoxide or weak base like pyridine, and then it is followed by the reaction with the alkyl halides, the corresponding alkyl halides, and then react with the alcoholic KOH and or aqueous KOH. Okay, these are the familiar or common steps involved in the synthetic applications of the ethyl acetoacetate. Okay, then first we can check what are the reactions, what are the changes that happened in the ethyl acetoacetate when treated with these reagents. So in many of the synthetic applications of ethyl acetoacetate involves the usage of the or utilization of the acidic nature of the methylene hydrogen. We know that methylene hydrogens are highly acidic due to the presence of these strong electron withdrawing groups on either side. So many of these synthetic applications use the acidic nature of this methylene hydrogen. So first in the synthetic applications for synthesis of other organic compounds, we can remove, first we have to remove this methylene hydrogen. First reaction taking place this methylene carbon, so we have to remove the methylene hydrogen. So in order to remove a hydrogen as H plus or acidic hydrogen, we can use a base which may be either strong or weak depending on the product that we need or depending on the reagent that we used. Then first we can check what is the change that occur when we can treat it with the sodium ethoxide or pyridine. Sodium ethoxide is a strong base, so it abstracts a hydrogen or methylene hydrogen from this easily, that is Na plus O minus Et. Et indicates the ethylene group, that is C2H5 group. This hydrogen is removed as H plus, then this electron pair bond take this hydrogen and form ethanol, ETOH, ethanol, and here this electron is shifted to this methylene carbon atom and we can get CH3, C double bond O, CH minus, C double bond O, O, Et with the Na plus as the counter ion. This is the sodium salt of the ethyl acetoacetate, or this is the enolate anion with the counter sodium ion. So it is a sodium salt. Then also in the first step of the many reactions, we can use the sodium ethoxide as the reagent or to abstract the methylene hydrogen H plus and form an inert anion. This inert anion is act as a strong nucleophile. This act as a strong nucleophile, and it is able to react with the electrophiles or electron deficient compounds, and we can get a large number of products depending on the electrophile or electrophilic source that we can use. So the first step is to make this methylene carbon is so active for a reaction. So we can use a base like sodium hydroxide or pyridine. In the case when we use pyridine, also the reaction taking place similar, CH hydrogen, and when we use a pyridine is a basic heterocyclic compounds with a basic nitrogen. Nitrogen has one lone pair electrons. Okay, it has a lone pair electron. With this lone pair electron, it abstracts the hydrogen as H plus and form NH plus, and at the same time this electron is shifted to this and form a carbanion or an inert anion. Then this inert anion reacts with this. We can use the pyridine as a base to abstract this hydrogen if the reagent or the reactant or in the second step we can use an aldehyde. That is, when we react it with an aldehyde, we can use pyridine as the base. In most of the other conditions, we can use the sodium hydroxide or strong base as to remove the hydrogen. Okay. Then, what happens when it is reactive with the alkyl halide? First, we must react it with the pyridine. Sodium hydroxide, and then it react with the alkyl halide. It is not possible to react directly with the alkyl halide. But in order to react the alkyl halide with the EAA, we should have to react first it with the strong base, and then to remove the hydrogen and to create a reactive center, and then it react with the other reagents like aldehyde or alkyl halides, etc. So CH3, C double bond O, CH2, C double bond O, ET. Then when ET with the sodium hydroxide, then inert anion with its counter ion Na plus is formed, and then this is very reactive. I already said it is very reactive, and then it is treated with it is reactive with Rx, or suppose it is ethyl iodide CH3 or C2H5I, ethyl iodide or ethyl bromide. We know that bromine is electronegative, and this electron, because this Na plus is here. Okay. This electron gives to the bromine, and Br minus is formed, and then Br minus and Na is react to the form NaBr, and at the same time this is become a carbocation or an electrophile carbocation C2H5 plus, and then this inert ion form bond with the carbocation C2H5, and we can get the product as alkyl substituted product. Then we can get the product CH3, C double bond O, CH, C2H5, C double bond O, OET. That is C2H5 is plus charge, and it is form bond with the negative charge of the this carbon, and alkyl derivative of the EAA is formed. So by selecting this alkyl halide we can prepare a large number of alkyl derivatives of the EAA. If it is CH3Br, we can get here methyl derivative. Or it is propane, we can get CH2, CH3 derivative and so on. Then, if we treat it with this enolate anion with the it is with CH2 with the aldehyde RC double bond OH. If it is treated with an aldehyde, what is the product? I said that when we react it with the aldehyde, we can use pyridine or a weak base to remove the hydrogen, and we can get the enolate anion. Then this enolate anion, it is act as a nucleophile, and then it is react with a positively charged center or electron deficient center. This in aldehyde, we know that it is RC double bond O H. So due to the presence of oxygen, this electron is shifted, it is highly electronegative than carbon, so this bonded pi electron is shifted towards the oxygen, and so the carbon has a positive charge, so it is become an electron deficient center, and then at this is become a negative charge, and then this form, this electron is shifted towards here, and it is become positive charge, and it is negative, and then this electron is bond with the carbon, and we can get CH3 C double bond O, CH C double bond O ET R CH O minus. Okay, CH O minus. Then this it abstract a proton from the protonated pyridine, that is formed due to the abstraction of proton by pyridine here, protonated pyridine, and we can get CH3 C double bond O, CH C double bond O, OET plus R CH OH, and alcohol plus pyridine is regenerated. Okay, pyridine gets regenerated. Okay, then why we can use a base like weak base like pyridine if we react it with an alcohol? Find the answer. This is a work for you. Then if you react it with the diiodoalkane or dihaloalkane, CH C double bond O OET, CH C double bond OET. If we react it with the diiodomethane, what is the product formed? If it is methyl bromide, first we can see earlier that if it is a monobromo or monohaloalkane, only one molecule of this enolate ion is one EAA molecule is undergo reaction and form a bond with this CH3 is bonded to this methylene carbon. Then what happened when we use a diiodomethane, CH3 CH2I diiodoethane. Here there are two, and there is a counter ion Na plus. If there are two iodine or two halogen, and then it is able to react with the two molecules of or two enolate anion of the EAE. That is, first molecule, it is react with one of the iodine and form a sodium iodide molecule and form a bond with this carbon, and the next ion react with another this iodide and form a second bond with the second molecule. That is CH3, C double bond O, CH minus, C double bond O, OET. Okay, and then here there is a counter ion Na plus. This sodium and iodine form sodium iodate. Okay, sodium iodate. Then this sodium and iodine form another molecule of sodium iodate, and this with a minus charge and with two positive charges because of the removal of two iodine. Two positive charges, and so it is a it has two plus charge and two, that means it has two orbitals without electrons. So it is this negative charge form bond with this vacant orbital, and this electron is used to form with this vacant orbital and form bond between or link between the methylene carbon of the two molecules. That is, we can introduce a link or a bridge of CH2 between the methylene groups or methylene carbon of the two ethyl acetoacetate molecules. Then by choosing the length of the CH2 or alkyl group between these two iodine, we can introduce two carbon or two CH2 group or three CH2 etc. or between these two methylene carbon. Suppose we can use instead of diiodomethane, we can use diiodoethane, that is CH2I. It is easy to write the product CH2I, that is diiodoethane. The product obtained is these two iodine gets lost as sodium iodide, and a bond is formed between these two CH2. That is CH2. Okay, then if it is CH2 n times iodine, CH2 n times, n maybe 1 2, n is equal to 1 2 3 etc. We can the product, that is the CH2 n times, that is the chain is linked between or bridge between the two molecules of ethyl acetoacetate. So we can by choosing the correct diiodoalkane, we can introduce a large number of CH2 or alkyl linkage between the two molecules of the ethyl acetoacetate. Then next we have to check what happened when it is treated with the alcoholic KOH. Suppose it is treated with the alcoholic KOH, the molecule will break at this position and also at this position and form the KOH, and it is converted into, and in this KOH, this KO goes to this part and H goes to this part. It is not the correct mechanism, it is a simple or easy way to write the reaction. It is not the mechanism. is the only way. It is a way to find out the product easily. And at the same time, here also from the second molecule of KOH, the hydrogen is bonded to this ethoxide, and KO is bonded to this carbon. Okay, and we can get the product CH3, and the molecule is split at the or break at the 2 position, and we can get the 3 products CH3, C double bond O minus, K plus, this is become CH3, C double bond O minus, K plus ETOH, ethanol, ETOH. Here one carbon, one hydrogen is from the KOH, that is CH, this becomes CH2, that is CH3. Okay, this is CH3. So there are 2 products. This sodium salt of 2 molecules of sodium salt of acetic acid or potassium salt of acetic acid, potassium acetate, and 1 molecule of ethanol. This on hydrolysis or acid hydrolysis, when this is treated with acid in water or acid hydrolysis, we can get CH3, C double bond O, OH. When a potassium or a salt of mineral salt of an organic acid is treated with acid, we can get the corresponding organic acid. That is, it is a potassium salt of acetic acid, so we can when we treated it with the acid in the presence of water, we can get the corresponding acid, that is acetic acid. Okay, this is the reaction. Then what happened when it is treated with aqueous KOH? Aqueous KOH, that is KOH dissolved in water. Here we use aqueous KOH. When we use aqueous KOH, only the ester group will only the ester group is hydrolyzed and get CH3, C double bond O, CH2, C double bond O, O minus, K plus, that is the potassium salt of the acid, ethyl acetoacetate, potassium ethyl acetoacetate, and it is react with or it undergo acid hydrolysis. We can get the corresponding acid CH3, C double bond O, CH2, C double bond O, OH. When we hydrolyze an ester with KOH or sodium hydroxide, we can get the corresponding salt, and this salt on acid hydrolysis we can get the corresponding acid. Then if we treat or heat this acid, when we heat an acid, it undergo decarboxylation. A molecule of carbon dioxide is eliminated. With just heating, a molecule of carbon dioxide is get eliminated, and this hydrogen is bonded to this, and it is become CH3, that is CH3, C double bond O, CH3. You can get a ketone. This is acetone, CH3, C double bond O, OH. These are the different various steps involved in the synthetic applications of ethyl acetoacetate. Then check what is the product obtained on treating CH3, C double bond O, CH2, C double bond O, OET, that is ethyl acetoacetate, undergo the following reactions in the following order. First, it is treated with the first reagent, that is sodium ethoxide, Na plus OET minus sodium ethoxide plus sodium ethoxide plus it is treated with CH3 CH2 ICH2 ICH2 CH2I, that is diiodomethane, plus that is followed by alcohol treatment with alcoholic KOH. What is the product obtained? It is treated with the ethyl acetoacetate, first treated with sodium ethoxide, followed by diiodomethane, which is followed by alcoholic KOH, followed by hydrolysis, was followed by acid hydrolysis. What is the product obtained? It is a assignment for you or work for you. Please find out the answer and submit. Okay. Today we can stop here, and the synthetic applications and synthesis of different types of organic compounds discussed in the next class. Thank you.